What's going on, family? It's your man, Abrew Yashar'el, back in the studio, man. Of course, we got a sad one, but a banger. This video here was sent to me last week. Couldn't get to it, but I'm finally getting around to it, man. This young jit here, they say he was 15 years old. Allegedly, I guess he committed murder, some type of heinous crime. And his grandmother was in here talking to him right before he was sentenced to 35 years in life. 35 years in prison, let me say that. But 35 years is life in prison, man, because even though he's 15 years old, man, 35 years, he'll be 50 years old if you got to do day for day. But let's get into this video, man. And I'm just, when I see stories like this, it breaks my heart. But like I always tell these young guys out here I mentor, no sin goes unpunished.
And then you want to pray, if you get a second chance, how you going to turn this here around, okay? So your life ain't over. You just need a second chance. So that's what you need to dwell on and pray about. A second chance. And sit down and think.
So I'm going to play the video. I'm going to play it again. But see, I hear this young man crying, breaking down right now because the realization of what he has done is it's time to pay the piper. You know what I mean? We got a lot of fake gangsters out here, a lot of guys, like especially these young boys going through this testosterone period with the hormones raging. They think they're a man, but there was never a man to truly check them in the home, you know what I mean, to let them know that you ain't a man, that when they come up against a man. And so I'm seeing this young kid right here, look like he just is skin and bones, man. You're going to have to, and now he got to go pay the ultimate price of what he was accused of or possibly convicted of.
How you gonna make this happen and obey your parents and come home on time, come home. Number one, streets don't love you.
Same thing I tell these young guys out here. Ain't nothing out here in the streets. I've been there. You know what I mean? But when I was doing my thing, there was no camera phones. There was no cameras on every street corner, you know what I mean, to see or record everything. There was no microphones. There was no people in your face with a phone. World star. There was none of that when I was out there in the streets. And I'm not proud of that lifestyle that I had to live for a short period of time before I was like, you know what? This ain't for me. And I'm going to get into this after this video to show y'all, man, a lot of these guys out here think they're tough because they watching these internet videos or out here running with a crew, you know what I mean, when they jumping folk 5-on-1 and all that, you bad and you got a pistol and they telling you to shoot them, but they telling you to shoot somebody, but they won't even shoot nobody themselves.
Love you.
Let's keep going.
Not the streets. You see where the streets get you?
Could you give me a hug, baby? From okay? I'm sorry you got to go through this. But all you had to do was listen to your parents. Okay? Okay? I don't know how things gonna turn out for you. I ain't got no idea how nothing gonna turn out. No idea at all. I didn't know nothing this second. I told y'all don't tell me nothing. Didn't I tell you that? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, baby. So I'm so sorry you got to go through what you're going through. But if God help you out of this, please get yourself together, baby.
So this young jit, he was sentenced to 35 years, like I say. I remember I had a family member that I heard he had committed a heinous crime like murder in the state of Florida in the early 90s, like 92. And he's still in prison to this day. You talking about that's 30 some years, 33 years he been in prison since 92. I think he was like 17. I didn't know him that well, but he was probably, I think, 17 when he committed this crime, this murder. And now he's 50, maybe a little older than 50. I think he was a little older, but all his whole life, all he knows is institution at this point. He's been in more than he's been out. This young jit right here is 15 years old. Just received 35 years. He'll be 50 if he got to do day for day in prison. That's all he would know is the penitentiary. The penitentiary, when he get out, he dang sure ain't gonna be the same 15-year-old. And when I'm seeing him hugging on his grandmother, this is a little boy. Ain't no man in him. This is a boy crying out. But it's too late. It's time to pay the piper. It's time to pay what you have done, man. That's why I tell these young guys, it's only take 1 second to pull that trigger. 1 second. That 1 second can change your life. It send you up, bro, for the rest of your natural life. They handing out these prison sentences, man, so long, man. I seen one kid, man. Matter of fact, I knew of a guy that lived in my complex back in the day, man, in the 90s. You know what I mean? He did some real stupid, and I think he robbed somebody or robbed a store in Atlanta, and he murdered the clerk or something. This dude got 55 years in prison. And mind you, he was already maybe 27, 28, you know what I mean? When he get out, if he ever get out, you know what I mean? He gonna be so old, bro. He had like 4 or 5 little kids out here, so dad done left their kids for somebody else to raise or the street to raise them. You in prison, you can't do nothing for your family out here. They trying to help you in there because of the dumb mistakes you made out here. You want to run the streets. You want to be a dope guy. You want to be a gangster. You want to be a killer. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing cool about none of this mess, man. Ain't nothing cool, man. These kids out here think, oh man, I'm that G, I'm OG, bro. I'm triple OG and all that, man. Who cares or care about none of that, bro? I be telling these young white, and half of them ain't built for that 6x6. Half of them cats ain't built for that life. As a matter of fact, no, 90% of these cats ain't built. The cats in jail ain't built for it, but they just adapt to being there. That ain't a place, man. I done seen people, man. I done had friends to go down, man. They come out and they be like, bro, that ain't a place you ever want to go. That's not a place for a natural human being to go. They ain't playing with these kids out here, man, today. You want to be a YN? You gonna be sent up to the big boy prison. Where all the other YNs and OGs and everything. And this kid, 15 years old, man, you got guys up there who been locked up for 30, 40, 50 years, bro. Who notices, man, they gonna run through that little kid. They gonna tear him a limb for limb, bro. This cat ain't even got no hair on his face. They finna get at him, bro. But I tell these guys, they listen to this fake rap, and all them guys on this wax telling you how tough they is, how much drugs they sell, how much dope they push, how many women they run. All that mess is fake. All that mess is the trick of the enemy to throw your life away. And half of these cats out here doing it. Half of these cats out here just throwing their life away. There's so many young brothers out here locked up for stupidity, bro. Just being stupid for want to be a tough guy. I ain't got nothing to prove to none of you cats. People be laughing at me, but I'll tell you in a minute, bro. Don't commit no crime in front of me because I'm calling the police on you, bro. I ain't got time. I got too much to lose in my life right now. Besides, I ain't trying to be down there with Bubba, Leroy, and Skillet and Devontae and all. Man, I ain't trying to go down there. Nope. I will call the police on you. You want to get upset with Abrew? Abrew will call the law on you, bro, and then put them lawyers on it. I don't have time for foolishness. So when I see stuff like this, bro, and I understand his grandma was like, you should obey. You gonna obey your parents? It's too late though. Obey your parents now. His system is finna be your parents. What part of this? That's why that young G is hugging his grandmother, and I cut it off because at one point she told him, "Now you can let me go now," because she know his life is over. She up and saying, "Well, your life ain't over." At 35 years, at 50, his life is over, bro. You're going to get out and do what? You see how fast technology has changed from the 90s to the 2000s to the 2010s to now. Technology is changing like that. When he get out, who knows what the technology will be? So I feel sorry for these young kids, man. I do. But this probably was one of these kids. I'm not saying he's one because I don't know this guy, but all these parents out here allowing your kids to cuss and think it's funny on video and they telling you to shut up, B, and you this and you that, and they like 2 and 3 years old, and y'all just laugh and think that mess is not funny. That mess ain't cute. That mess ain't nothing, bro. You know what I mean? Half of these cats like this jit right here never had a butt whoop. You know what I mean? People like, oh, I don't do that, man. Okay. We believe in timeouts. You discipline your kids how you discipline. Let me tell you that. I don't tell people how to discipline their children. That ain't my place. But as a cat that grew up in the 70s, 80s, you better believe my parents went with it, bro. They got on me, bro. Me and my brother, we got it. we got it. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, man, I do feel sorry for this jet, man. May the Most High be with this cat, but no sin goes unpunished. And I'm gonna play the video one more time all the way through because I stopped and talked through the video the first time, and I hate to do that, but it's right here was a sad story to see this young brother crying like that because he got to pay for what he did. Let's get in the video, and then I come back and I'll just close it out.
And then you want to pray, if you get a second chance, how you going to turn this here around, okay? So your life ain't over. You just need a second chance. So that's what you need to dwell on and pray about. A second chance. And sit down and think about how you going to make this happen. And obey your parents. And come home on time. Come home. Number one, streets don't love you. We love you, not the streets. You see what the streets get you?
Could you give me a hug, baby? From a okay? I'm sorry you got to go through this. But all you had to do was listen to your parents. Okay? Okay? I don't know how things going to turn out for you. I ain't got no idea how nothing going to turn out. No idea at all. I didn't know nothing this second. I told y'all don't tell me nothing. Didn't I tell you that? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, baby. So I'm so sorry you got to go through what you're going through. But if God help you out of this, please get yourself together, baby.
Yeah, young Jake received 35 years, so he's going home for the long haul. Unfortunately, man, another family destroyed by the streets or by their actions. But with that said, man, I'm Abrew Yashar'el. If y'all like this video, man, please subscribe, like, share, and keep watching, man. I appreciate y'all. Let me know if I'm doing a great job, man. Please comment on this video. Until next time, peace and shalom, everybody.